Hello everyone, thank you again for tuning in to DNA Crows. I am Andrew, the Comic Crow. Let's move on to talking about a rather unfortunate incident that took place with a couple of members of I Stand With Vic, Amish is Live and Ghost in the Shell. And I'm so sorry if I'm saying any of that wrong. It seems like there was a bit of beef going on between a couple members of the community, and I chimed into a couple of the people talking about it. The story, as I understand it, is Ghost was maybe informed, maybe tricked, maybe they just made it up, but they were under the impression that Vic's GoFundMe was under attack. The GoFundMe started by Nick Rekieta for Vic Mignogna's legal fees. I'm not too sure where this comes from. Like I said, it could have been a trick. It could have been just something Ghost started. I don't want to ascribe ill intent to the person. But part of our movement has been about finding the truth, finding the evidence, not just jumping onto claims because you want to believe something or you want to fight for something. It's not what we're here to do, right? And Ghost was going a little bit hard on these claims that the GoFundMe was under attack, and of course there was no evidence of this. Amish is Live came out and said, hey, you need to provide proof. You can't just go and say this stuff. You can't just go ahead and make these claims, you can't just rile up the community. And I guess they went into it, they got into it, which is unfortunate. It does happen, but moving forward, it seems that Ghost then sort of had a little bit of a meltdown over Twitter. Amish was harsh, but honestly, I kind of side with Amish on this one. It's not cool to spread rumors. It's not cool to make these big fat claims without any evidence. And it's really not cool to scare people like that. But, moving on, I don't know if Ghost really meant what they said, but after being called out, rather than just owning up, rather than just apologizing, rather than just saying, hey guys, I got tricked, my bad, I think we all would have been pretty forgiving. Instead, Ghost, maybe they were being sarcastic, maybe they were just being super pissy, maybe they were really on the KickFix side altogether. I'd like not to think something like that, but anyways, they made a bunch of statements about how they hoped that Vic would lose his case. They hoped Monica would win, that the defamation suit wouldn't go through. And as far as I've seen, they haven't really said anything much beyond that. Now, I just want to say my opinion on this. This is not right. This is not the way you handle things. When you get called out and you are wrong, doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter what your reasoning for doing it was. The appropriate thing to do is to just own up. It is to just go ahead and say, hey, my bad. Hey, I shouldn't have done this. If you apologize and you're sincere, and most importantly, you don't go ahead and repeat those actions, I think the community will forgive you. I think everybody on I Stand With Vic has been very reasonable, has been very forgiving when people act out. For the most part, there's definitely been some bad apples. Sometimes I like the tweets true stunts out. Other times I'm like, dude, maybe take a chill pill. Anyways, I spoke with one person over Twitter really briefly because they seemed upset that Amish would not apologize to Ghost. And I don't think it's anyone's place, first off, to defend someone that isn't seeking forgiveness over actions like that. And I also don't think it's appropriate to apologize to someone who isn't ready to apologize themselves for their own actions. And there's definitely some nuance there, but at the same time, no, regardless of what you feel, regardless of who your friend is, regardless of who you follow, it's really not about that. If you make a mistake, the right thing to do, come forward, come clean. I think everybody in the community is ready to forgive, as long as you're sincere, as long as it doesn't happen again. So Ghost, if you're watching this, please, my dude, just say you're sorry, man. Man, woman, child, dog, maybe. I mean, talking, tweeting dogs would be the greatest thing ever. I love dogs. Thank you for tuning in. All right, have a wonderful night.